Hello, my dear students. Today we revise again the chapters 4, the story of Amrita. Here we again discuss the what we discussed earlier and few questions at the last, the quiz in the form of a quiz. So, it is based on 10 marks. So, my dear students, everybody should concentrate and listening very nicely, my dear students. Watch the video up to the last and attempt the quiz, everybody. And whatever your scores you see and write it in the comment box. So everybody be concentrate and watch the full videos. Even previous all the chapter revisions video also you follow. So that you get a proper knowledge of that chapters once again. And my dear students, attempt the quiz, which is very important, so that you can give some answers of the following questions. So here we start the quiz. First of all, discussions of the chapters. So after the discussions, quiz will be there. So everybody should attempt that quiz. So students, please listen carefully about these chapters. Before it, I tell you the story of Amrita tells about the importance of trees and its conservation. So nowadays, trees conservation is very very important, and this chapter is reflect about these conservation points. In these stories, Amrita along with her village people sacrificed their life for saving the trees. So friends, let me tell you the very interesting story. This is the true story from long ago. Almost 300 years ago, understood students. So, in the village called Khejadli lived Amrita, one of a girl. Khejadli village is near Jodhpur in Rajasthan. See the Rajasthan in the very properly in the map. You see the map and observe the pictures where Rajasthan is located. Understood, everybody? The village, the most important question here. The village got its name. Why the village called Khejadli village? Because the name, because of many Khejadi trees that grew there. Understood, everybody? The Khejadi trees, the very very important features. I need to discuss about the Khejadi trees. Khejadi trees is a scientific name. Prosopis cinerea is one of the most common tree species found in India. Understood, everybody? In the region, dry regions of the Rajasthan. So, like the Gujarat also. So, another country like Afghanistan, Iran, and Pakistan. So, another feature is that it grows in a less amount of water. Students, grows in a less amount of water. It plays a vital role in preserving the ecosystem of arid and semi-arid areas, mainly the Thar region, and it can tolerate extreme temperature ranging from 40 to 45 degrees Celsius in summer. So the peoples of this village took great care of the plants. Not only the plants, trees, they are caring for the animal also. You know, students, animal can roam here and there very fearlessly. Okay, so the people of the village remember that their elder, whatever their ancestor, whatever the elder said, that they used to say, what their ancestor says, अगर पेड़ है तो हम है. Their ancestor says that अगर पेड़ है तो हम है. Plants and animals can survive without us. That means, but we cannot survive without them. So very very important thing they are reflecting here. Okay, plant and animals can survive without us, but we cannot survive without them. So students, plants, a very very important thing that plants need to conserve. Why? Because plant give us fruit to eat. From many decades, plants will helpful us. So that as Amrita's friend is plant trees. So why not? Plants gives us very important thing, that is food to eat. They give us shade under which we can play or take a rest. And plants keep the air fresh by giving us oxygen and absorbing CO2. Absorbing. Amrita friend would get. Amrita friend is what? Trees. So one day Amrita is get up early morning and greet her friends. That is the tree. She would choose a special tree for that day, and she would put her arms around the tree trunks and whisper to the friends, you are strong and beautiful. You care for us. Thank you, tree. I love you very much. Give your restraint to me also. So she is very much loving to the trees, and like Amrita, the other children also had their special trees. So they will play some games. So it's but now trees in danger. Time went by. Amrita was now grown up. One day, she went to greet her trees. She saw that there were some strangers in her village. They had axes with them. They said that the king has sent them to cut trees for wood. The wood was needed for building the king's palace. So king wants to make a palace. For that reasons he cut the trees. He sent them the persons to cut down the trees. For comfortables of the lives, humans make so many destructions of the environment. We need to save environments, save natures. So Amrita was shocked. Went to the trees that men were about to cut, put her arms around the trees and hug it tightly. The men shocked and threatened her, but Amrita did not let go of the tree. The king's men, yes, my dear student, the king's men had to follow his order. They had to cut the tree. As king's order is there, so they will listen the king's orders. And on seeing this, Amrita's daughters, yes, my dear students, Amrita's daughters also, and hundreds of villagers, old and young, hugged the trees to protect them. Many peoples, including Amrita and her daughters, died to save the tree. They sacrificed their lives. Yes, my dear students. So when the king heard of this, he could not believe that the peoples gave up their life for trees. He visited the village himself. There he learned about villagers' respect for trees and animals. The feelings of the villagers here, the king just learned about the villagers' respect for trees and animals. Yes, my dear students. So we need to conserve trees and animals. We need to aware the peoples not to disturb the environments, not to cut or destroy the plants, and not to hurt animals. Yes, my dear students, as Amrita loves trees so much, and trees, he make the trees as his friend. So why not? Trees give so many things to us, but we need to save. We need to protect trees. So Amrita sacrifice we remember always. And my dear students, the king learned so many things uh, from the villagers, and the village is protected. The village's strong feelings for trees affected the king greatly, and he ordered that from then on, no trees would be cut and no animal would be harmed in that area. So, even today, almost 300 years later, the people of this area called Vishnois, point to be noted, student, Vishnois, continues protect plants and animals. So, Vishnois, they protect plants and animals. So, even though in the middle of the desert, this area is green and animals roam freely without fears. So, this is what the changes happen in the village because Amrita sacrificed her life. We aware the people not to cut trees, not to harm the animals, save natures because nature's gifted us many things and we need to just protect. So here we conclude the chapters revisions. Now quiz will be there, so everybody be ready with your copy and just 10 marks quiz. Everybody attempt very nicely the quiz and see how much score you have in that quiz sessions. So whatever the stories, you gather the informations from the stories. So here the quiz, the first question on the screen, my dear students, be ready. Dash movements, people hug the tree to save them. Option A, Champaran. Option B, Quit India. And option C, Chipko. And option D, non-cooperation. Your times starts now. So exactly the correct answer is option C, Chipko movements. Yes, my dears. Moving to the next question. The dash of Kizadi tree used to make medicines. Option C, leaves. Option B, roots. Option C, fruits. And option D, bark. Start thinking, students. It's very easy questions. If you get knowledge of the Kizadi tree, you will definitely give the answers. So start thinking. Your time starts now. So exactly the option D, bark, is the correct answers. Yes, my dear student, bark is used for making medicines. So now the next question on the screen, the loss of tree can cause option A, desertifications, options B, soil erosions, option C, climate change, and option D, all of this. Start thinking, students, your time starts now. Time to see the answer. Exactly the correct answer is option D, all of these. So next questions on the screen, true or false? Khizadi tree wood infected by insects. So everybody think about the Khizadi tree and just give out the correct answer of these questions. Yes, my dear students, your time starts now. So it's a false statement, as its wood is such that it will not be affected by insects. Yes, my dear student. The moving to the next questions, number 5. The king stopped the tree cutting when he came to know of the strong feeling of villagers. Is the statement is true or false? Start thinking, students. The king stopped the trees cutting when he came. So what is the correct answer? Start thinking. Your time starts now. Exactly the correct answer is true statements, as villagers' strong feeling for trees affected the king greatly. And he now the next question, number 6 on the screen. Yes, my dear students, start thinking of these questions. In Khizadli village in Rajasthan, where 200 Vishnois sacrificed their life for saving neem tree. So is the statement is a true or a false statement? Start thinking, students. Your time starts now. Also, this is the false statements, as 363 Vishnois sacrifice their lives for saving Kizadi tree. Yes, my dear student. The next question, number 7 on the screen. Arrange the word which is on the screen. You just see XYOGENCLEYC. So please start thinking, everybody, and arrange that word. What correct word is oxygen cycle. Yes, my dear students, exactly the correct answer. Next questions on the screen. Fill in the blanks. Plants are the main creators of oxygen in the atmosphere. through the process of dash. So you just think what will be there in the blanks. Start thinking, students. Your time starts now. The correct answer is photosynthesis. Yes, my dear students, photosynthesis is the correct answers. Next question on the screen, ninth number. The nine questions. That is a process of planting tree or sowing seeds in an area which was not a forest earlier. You already done this chapters and even test also. So I hope you can give this answer very nicely, my dear students. So start thinking, students. Your time starts now. So the correct answer is afforestations. Yes, my dear students, afforestation is the correct answer. And the last question, my dear students, last questions is a true and false on the screen. The statements is hunting and cutting down of trees are two main causes which are reducing the number of birds. Yes, my dear students, numbers of birds is getting reduced. Start thinking, students. Time start now. The true statements, my dear students, is the correct answer is the true. So I hope everybody score very nicely in this quiz, and whatever the scores, please note down in the comment box and with your names properly. And my dear students, very nicely revise all the chapters for the upcoming examinations. Follow all the videos whatever is uploaded in the school websites and PDF also, and get ready with all the notes. So everybody should revise chapters, question answers, and whatever discuss in the chapters. Once again, see the videos very properly and revise well. Read the chapters very nicely. Gather the knowledge, my dear students. And Quizitors also there. So everybody start preparations of the Quizitors examinations. So and achieves very well marks in the examination, my dear students. So my dear students, this was today's class, and here we conclude the classes. And I request all of you to practice more and more questions and go through the chapter readings very nicely, my dear students, and achieve the good marks. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you.